Welcome to Minute Monday. My name is Sharon McDonald, and I'll be hosting you today, giving you those simple tips that you can use to be able to aid and abet your healthy habits at home. Yes, I am wearing a beanie because guess what? It's snowing here in Vermont where I live, and which is highly unusual, but we've had an unusual weather pattern. So I want to thank you for joining us. This is not a prescription or a diagnosis. We're just here to share some simple tips. And I'm going to be sharing with you one of my very favorite essential oils, Green Mandarin. This is brand new from doTERRA, and it is so yummy, you guys. I love this. It is a citrusy, yummy mandarin smell. And I wanted to share with you something super cool that I was super impressed with. That just further delights me. I've been using essential oils for 20 years, and I love the ethical behavior of doTERRA. They really do everything they can to use all parts of the tree and the plants that they're using so that nothing goes wasted. So we're not going to see things like hydrosols from doTERRA or rose water or any of these kinds of, watered down hydrosols or anything like that, because doTERRA does other things with those parts of the plant. But mandarin is an essential oil we use. We use mandarin. And doTERRA realized that, oh my gosh, there's all this unripe fruit. So the mandarin tree, to get really tasty mandarins, a tree must be thinned. Just like an apple tree, to get really good apples, you have to thin the trees. And with apple trees, you lose just some blossoms, right? But then it puts all that juice into bigger apples, juicier apples. And so it's really fun to be able to see what will happen. But with citrus, when you thin the tree, you lose fruit because the fruit comes on pretty fast with those citrus. And then they go from green to ripe. And that's different than with apples or cherries or anything like that. So what green mandarin is that mandarin, when those trees are thinned, it's all the green mandarin oranges that are going to just rot and sit in an orchard. So they take those and they create this beautiful essential oil that is so versatile, it's ridiculous. And this thing is good for helping with inflammation. There are many studies. In fact, I did a blog post. You'll be able to see this blog post up in a couple of weeks with data and whatnot to be able to show you. But this essential oil has been shown to really decrease inflammation in the body and decrease pain. So it helps those pain receptors and really allows the body to be able to decrease all of its pain levels and be able to really kick that. So it's good for pain, it's good for inflammation, it does both. And there are some it's the terpenes in it that allow that to be able to also then calm the body. So it's great for anxiety. And there was a report done on PubMed, and it is really cool, where 30,000 hospitals use this to combat nausea and anxiety in their patients in sick stomachs, So it could vary from people coming out of surgery. It could vary with people who came in because of food poisoning, but it calms the digestive system and it calms the anxiety of being like, oh my gosh, I'm sick and I just keep heaving, and maybe you do have a stomach ache and a digestive issue of any kind. It's shown to help with listeria, completely eradicating the listeria bacteria. This study was very fascinating to me, and it has been shown to facilitate cancer, right? Meaning facilitate cancer reduction. Those cells do not like it, and it is crazy cool. This is the mandarin peel is anti-prolific to the growth of cancer, the rate of cancer cell growth, if that makes sense. And those are all going to be in this blog article that I did. But the abstract comes from PubMed, and it was an in vitro comparative analysis that they did on the mandarin peel. And so because of limonene, and I'm not going to go into the chemistry with you here on that, but what it does, but super, super cool data on this, and fascinating, because not only does it do that, but because it decreases inflammation, it's really awesome for the skin. It's very astringent, and it has been compared to the antibacterial properties of melaleuca, which was so cool. So it's such a versatile essential oil. I mean, like, so incredible. And I just love the citrusy smell. It smells so clean and so fresh, and it smells just like mandarins, but it's got this tweak of a really higher note that's really fresh and exciting. So I just wanted to share those tidbits with you because they were incredibly fascinating to me. And I knew I loved this essential oil when they first came out. I was like, I could bathe in this thing. And it's because I have a lot of digestive issues and it really just decreases. So I've started a new routine. Many of you know that I use a lot of grapefruit, and I use it every morning with some warm water. I've now added turmeric to that little gig, and green mandarin. So I do 5 drops of grapefruit and 5 drops of green mandarin, and then I take 2 drops of turmeric under my tongue every morning, and then chase it with warm water, and then I drink like an orange kind of a tea, herbal tea in the morning, just to help my stomach get moving and not be agitated. And it's been really great. So this morning, after I was done having that little concoction, I found a new diffuser blend that I love, that I created. Okay, I started looking at what kind of essential oils really blend well with mandarin. And one of the things that I came up with was it blends well with lavender and ginger and sandalwood and all the other citrus oils. And so I thought, oh my gosh, what if we put petitgreen with it? Okay, I love petitgreen. Not very many people really love this oil, but I love it. It's super clean and it's really great to be able to use. So I put 5 drops of petitgreen in my diffuser, 5 drops, 3 drops of grapefruit essential oil, and 3 drops of green mandarin. Okay, you guys, this recipe was so tasty. It smells so delicious. In fact, so much so, I put it in my new bottle of all-purpose cleaner. And the way that I do my all-purpose cleaner, I put no vinegar in it, because you don't need vinegar in your all-purpose cleaners. In fact, you don't need to use vinegar unless you really feel like it. It's great for windows because it really does help, you know, the streaking ability of a window, so you don't get streaking. And I used to own my own cleaning business, and I used a lot of vinegar back in the day, and a lot of ammonia, and a lot of bleach. So I have found that you don't need the vinegar because of the chemical constituents within these essential oils. And so these 3 essential oils, and even if you were just to use green mandarin, in fact, there was a really great study shown about the ability that this has, again, linking it to the properties of melaleuca, to be able to be really analgesic, antimicrobial, antibacterial, antifungal. And so it was really cool. So I thought, oh my gosh, I love this scent so much. What if I just put that in my bottle? I have a 16-ounce bottle, brown amber bottle, and with a spray nozzle, and I just put those essential oils in it, fill it up with water, and then as I go to use it, I shake it up and then spray my countertops, and it's super simple and smells so delicious. So that's my tip. I'd love to take any questions, hear any thoughts. How are you guys using it? I gave you a diffuser blend. Anyway, love to be able to share that with you. Any thoughts? Okay. All right. Thank you so much for joining us. I love this call every week because it's so fast and you get some pretty in-depth information on stuff you might not have known. And I certainly didn't know all of that until I started looking into these research projects and PubMed articles. And those can be really hard to read and understand, but once you get going in them, it's fascinating to be able to learn and understand. So I love to pay it forward, which is why I co-host and host this call with you guys every week. This is why I do Minute Mondays on Mondays. So I would love to invite any of you to be able to share your in-depth knowledge on any of these products that we use day to day so we can pay it forward to everyone else. And just a reminder of that loyalty reward program, if you're involved in doTERRA, you get this awesome benefit of purchasing all your products on that loyalty reward program and pay it back to your budget, which I absolutely love. I love being able to get that free product that comes with that. And I'm grateful for every one of you. Thank you so much for being here with us, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.